Dr. Daniel Memmer is professor and managing institute head of the Institute of Exercise Training and Sport Informatics at the German Sport University Cologne with a visiting professorship in 2014 at the University of Vienna in Austria. From 1999 to 2009, he was a scientific assistant and academic council at the Institute of Sport and Sports Science at the University of Heidelberg. In 2003, he received his PhD with the title Basic Cognitions in Team Sports, which is an award for publications of young academics in sports science. He worked in 2008 at the elite University of Heidelberg and studied creativity in team sports, for which he won the DUSB Award for Science. His research is focused on human development science, sports psychology, computer science in sports, children and adolescents research, team sports, evaluation research, and research methods. He absolved several research stays in the US and Canada, won various awards, for example, the DOSB and Research Writing Award. He recruited numerous interdisciplinary cooperations, works in international editorial boards, and publishes in international journals. From 2009 to 2013, he was head of the ASP, which is the German Society for Sports Psychology. Since 2012, he has been the editor of the German Journal of Exercise and Sport Research in the behavioral science sector, and since 2009, he has been the deputy speaker of the German Society of Sports Science Commission in team sports. He has trainer licenses in soccer, tennis, snowboarding, and alpine skiing. Also, he is the editor and author of several textbooks for modern soccer training, such as Data Analytics in Football. The book Data Analytics in Football provides students, researchers, and coaches with a firm grounding in the principles of modern performance analysis. It offers an insight into the use of positional data, exploring how it can be collected, modeled, analyzed, and then interpreted. Introducing cutting edge methods, the book challenges assumptions of the game and encourages a new way of thinking about football analysis and how to use data to enhance the sport. Based on data collected from the German Bundesliga and UEFA Champions League, the book seeks to define the role of positional data in football match analysis by exploring various topics. A few of these topics include understanding what is positional data analysis and how did it emerge from conventional match analysis that had been used in the past. Also, how positional data can be collected and which technologies can be used in order to gather data most effectively. The author also takes a look into the benefits of a data driven approach to decision making in football and how it can be applied to customizing formations and recruiting players who fit into a certain team style. And lastly, how we can expect to use these new methods clubs are using to evolve in the future. Data analytics in football is a vital resource for any student, researcher, or coach interested in performance analysis and skill acquisition, or anyone interested in football looking in from outside of the game. The best part of the book, in my opinion, is when the author goes into which formations work best for which teams. Formations are a major part of success in soccer and can separate the coaches that find success from those that are regularly fired. It is interesting how Memert looks into how much formations can make a difference in the game. As a baseline, a 3-5-2 formation means that a team has 3 defenders, 5 midfielders, and 2 attackers, where a 4-3-3 formation means that a team goes out with 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 3 attackers. Teams can tactically switch their formations based on the strategy used by the team that they are playing against. The use of data gathering can show coaches what formation they can expect to be playing against. Teams can gather info about how teams usually line up against certain formations. Using this information, coaches can decide how they want to configure their lineup in expectation of how the team that they are playing against will line up. This is the most interesting aspect of the book because formations that teams use play a major role in their chances of winning. This book relates to class because it stresses the importance and the usefulness of gathering big data. In class, we discuss how crucial it can be for businesses to gather data and then use the data they gather to better enhance their business practices. The same thought process can be applied to sports teams. With soccer being the most popular sport in the world, there is plenty of data that is available to be gathered. The way a business uses data in order to enhance their chances for success can be implemented the same way for soccer teams in order for them to gain success. Also, the way we use various charts and graphs that help us translate the data and get some meaning out of it is also used by professional sports teams. Going on to the same philosophy we use in class, if teams can gather data but don't know how to successfully use the data and get meaning out of the data, then the data is useless. And this is how the book Data in Football relates to various topics that we have discussed in class.